Welcome everybody, some RGN Rocket League action, and boy, Kronovi getting off to an early start. This is the quarters, if I'm not mistaken. Winner of this moves on versus Lichinio. And boy, does F3ltup have a challenge in front of him. From bo5, Kronovi, heavy favorite and already off to a good start. Hopefully for F3ltup, he can provide a challenge or perhaps even take a victory over Kronovi. What an upset that would be, but let's get into it. As both players battling for control. Ooh, F3ltup with the chance now. Kronovi firm control of it. Let's see the moves. F3ltup with the block. Oh man, threaded it right past him. And Kronovi so smooth with that. We'll take another look at it all the way. And F3ltup just can't cut the angle sharp enough, or was it Kronovi? So 4 minutes, 30 seconds remaining, and already a 2-0 lead for Kronovi. This might be a long match for F3ltup. So, Kronovi with one more attack. F3ltup fresh with the boost. It is a block from F3ltup, but Kronovi gonna follow this one up. Takes it to the left, and F3ltup gives up another one. 4 minutes and 20 seconds in, and already a 3-0. And I am Laser Jesus, as I've had no time to go with any introduction, as Kronovi's been scoring goal after goal. And I'm not gonna have a partner for a while, so just gonna have to bear with my solo casting. As we see Kronovi win the challenge mid, gonna grab the fresh boost. F3ltup hasn't been able to grab any just yet. As F3ltup attempting to clear, but again, still hasn't had the time to gather any boost. Will get it now, and Kronovi just cuts it off the wall and send it all the way up. F3ltup trying to get back in time. Kronovi gonna set himself up off the corner. F3ltup gonna get there. Oh, Kronovi just a bit off, but with the follow-up. How do you block that? F3ltup was there for the first one, but wasn't even going in. And if you're F3ltup, oh man, the corner really messed him up there. And that was a little tricky to deal with that. But a minute and 4 goals. At this pace, we might see a 20-0. This is a stomping so far. An interesting start from Kronovi. Just dumps it into the corner, takes the shot. What a shot it was, too. Bounces it over F3ltup. Really hard to read that one, as you see F3ltup just sticking on the ground. As Kronovi just bounces it over him. Goes for the backflip, but this doesn't get up high enough. And 5-0. This pace is incredible from Kronovi. And F3ltup hasn't been challenging mid. Oh, might get a shot off of that. Goes extremely high. Kronovi just safely bounces it to the corner. Both players just going to grab the boost. And F3ltup going to try to mount some sort of offense, but just takes himself out. Kronovi lets it roll in. And this is a bloodbath. F3ltup getting destroyed. Kronovi making it look easy. And F3ltup, it looked like he was going to mount some aggression or even set himself up, but hasn't been allowed any of that so far by the bo5 star. 6-0. I feel like the 0 is going to be on the board for some time, as F3ltup hasn't grabbed any boost. Kronovi makes it past him once more. Should be another goal for him. F3ltup, no boost to make it back home to the net, and another one. 7-0. You've heard me cast Rocket League before. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of the mercy rule, but at this point, this is getting a little out of hand. 7-0, and there's still a majority of the game left to be played. This is first to 3, best of 5 format. So it's still a lot of goals for Kronovi to score. Try not to be biased, but when you see a score like 7-0, kind of hard to ignore. But another attack from Kronovi and another goal, making it look easy. This is getting painful. I'm almost feeling bad for F3ltup at this point, but hey, some really good experience playing against somebody of this caliber. And even if you take a loss, I mean, you're going to bring more than just a loss from it. Learning experience. And Kronovi, how many is he going to score? I mean, at this pace, we can see a record set. I have no idea what the record of a 1 versus 1 best of 5 is. But I feel like this one's got to be on pace. This Kronovi one more time sets himself up. Oh, a bit high. F3ltup trying to clear. Kronovi, look at these moves. The guy's ball control is out of this world. In front of the net for a while. F3ltup trying to get anything from it. Looks like he had an opportunity to attack. Or was it just a bait from Kronovi? I have no idea. But the guy is just rattling them off, one after the other. 9-0. And again, interesting that F3ltup just doesn't go for the mid challenge at all. I'm wondering, since Kronovi's been scoring over and over again, okay, might see one for FeltUp. Kronovi, no way he's going to recover in time. So give him one. But an 8-goal disparity. That's a long ways to go. And I don't know if we ran this situation 100 times that Kronovi would give up this lead. 3 minutes remaining. I feel like we've spent more time just watching goal replays than there has been actual gameplay. As Kronovi going to send a fast one. Oh man, the ball is lit up. FeltUp going to get it out of there, but Kronovi's right there for the attack. One more on the net. And will go off of FeltUp. He got a piece of it, but not enough to clear it. And 10. Double digits now for Kronovi. This 1 versus 1 going to feel like an eternity for FeltUp. 2:43 left. Will FeltUp ever challenge off the face-off? He just doesn't want to. Is Kronovi going to dump it? Go grab the boost. It's going to be a fast one. Let's see the block. No, it's a setup for himself. FeltUp, again, no boost. So Kronovi just flying around him, running circles at this point. That one's on net. Hard to block, but a good block by FeltUp. As Kronovi just going to grab some boost. Both players just going to grab some boost. Another shot. It's not a shot off the wall. Oh, both players whip it. I think Kronovi is going to have a chance to get back in time, but got the boost for FeltUp. Tries to put a shot on net, but that ends up Kronovi sending it away, and FeltUp gets back in time, but man, looks like he's trying to break out of the arena. Straight into the wall. Just barely misjudges it. Kronovi working that ball so slowly. 10-goal lead now for our iBuyPower player. And does FeltUp challenge off the side? Okay, he will. So I wonder if it's spawn base for him that he wants to, or that where he's comfortable. Going for the challenge mid. Kronovi can't get that one over. FeltUp might be a goal. Goes for a backflip, but not enough on it. Kronovi with the boost. FeltUp gonna go back for his own. And now let's see the dribble. Let's check the moves. Cuts it right. Oh, stuffed by FeltUp. And he might be able to get this one in before Kronovi has a chance to get back a bit wide. Now Kronovi sends it safely up the wall. Both players grabbing boost. Oh, Kronovi's getting fancy at this point, going for the upside down goal. Trying to work it up all the way across. Oh, gets the demo, and now it's his turn to attack. Once more with the jukes. Let's see it. 1, 2, the triple deke. And he's going to have time to connect. The Mighty Ducks maneuver from Kronovi. Gotta love seeing those moves. That ball control is ludicrous. And the FeltUp. Gotta know there's 2 more games left to be played. I'm already counting them out of this. This is a slaughter. Well, maybe some confidence for FeltUp if you can grab some more. There's the face-off. Sent straight up into the air. And Kronovi goes back for his boost. Whereas FeltUp just wants to try. And oh man, that was ugly. Tried to go for some sort of juke. Or was it the juke that really wasn't? Just trying to bluff Kronovi into jumping for it. But one more attack, and that angle was sharp. Kronovi 13-1. And it's hard to paint a competitive picture out of this. Usually my partner Sprawl is the optimist, but I guess I have to play both roles here, but I think it's impossible at this point. This lead, no way he's coming back from this with a minute left, even with 5 minutes left. It's Kronovi debating on going back for the boost, but just leaves it in front of the net. And FeltUp just in stasis. I'm wondering, okay, he was turned sideways. I was wondering why he didn't challenge. Kronovi just sent it straight over. No chance of blocking that one. 14-1. I think the score says it all here. And perhaps somebody in the chat could enlighten me or give me their thoughts why FeltUp isn't challenging unless he has the corner spawn. Is it just a matter of comfortability? Is Kronovi really good in those situations? Because I feel like if he goes for it every time, it'll create like a more random aspect to it. Like whoever wins the pinch, maybe that'll give him a better chance versus Kronovi, at least to get some more points on the board. His 1 versus 1 more than 3-on-3s, from what I've been noticing, is a lot less of the, or excuse me, a lot more of the pinch goals where it's just kind of out of both players' control, and it can result in an easy goal. And maybe if FeltUp would go for the challenge mid, Might get some more of those. Of course, Kronovi probably has something up his sleeve for that. But another one for Kronovi. Just gently love taps that one in. And we see more of the Kronovi control exercise, fixing his position in the air. And just gently, ever so gently tapping that one in. 16-1. 2 more games left to be played. More if F3ltup just, I don't know, unplug Kronovi's controller or something. All right, 10 seconds remaining in game number 1. Just judging off of what we see here, likely going to be Lichinio versus Kronovi, as this will be our final score. Maybe one more for Kronovi. How many times is it going to take him? All right, 3rd time's a charm, as F3ltup can't escape his own net. And 16-goal lead, 17-1 for the iBuyPower player. Now moving into game number 2. And again, winner of this going on to face Lichinio. And stay tuned for the rest of the night as well. Don't go too far as we're playing out the rest of our 1 versus 1 bracket, and that will bring to a conclusion our first Rocket League tournaments for 3-on-3s as well as 1-on-1s. But stay tuned as we have some more news coming in the future for RGN Rocket League stuff. I don't think I'm at liberty to discuss it yet, but I want to. And that might get me in some trouble. Jumping into game number 2. Kronovi versus F3ltup. And if you're F3ltup in this situation, I mean, I guess just have fun with it. Try to get as many as you can against this superstar. Now, going live here in just a moment. I'm a bit confused what we're waiting on. All right, game number 2, Kronovi F3ltup. And again, F3ltup sitting inside the net, not going to go for the challenge mid. He gets the block, but Kronovi time to get the boost. F3ltup not going to snag his. Worried that Kronovi will put another shot on net very quickly. Oh, what a bounce for Kronovi. Unfortunate for F3ltup. And 10 seconds in, keeping up the pace from last game. Kronovi, goal after goal. And this is not fun for F3ltup. Who knows? Maybe he's having a blast. I don't think so, though. No, they both have, it's not the mids, or it's not the corner spawn for F3ltup, so he's not going to challenge. Sends that one wide. Kronovi not opting to go for the boost just yet. F3ltup going to grab his. Now Kronovi on the attack once more. F3ltup has been on his side a majority of the game, just defending against this relentless attack from Kronovi, but going to put something on net, not quite. Kronovi now with the boost. Can F3ltup even catch up? I don't think so. Boost control from Kronovi. 2-0. Not as frenetic of a pace as game number 1, but nonetheless in control is Cam Gears. There's 2-0 now, and man, I'm wondering anyway that F3ltup can come back from this, but there. So F3ltup wins the mid face-off. And he only goes for that off of his corner spawn. And I feel like maybe, just maybe, if he challenges mid more often, he'd have more opportunities to score. But he just doesn't like on either of the middle 2 spawns to go for it. Another goal for Kronovi as I'm yapping away. That one all the way off the wall from the halfway point. Oh, 3-0. Is there any chance for F3ltup here? More and more the game goes on. More and more, I think, Kronovi versus Lichinio, and that's going to be a super exciting match. But, oh, Kronovi, rare miss on that one. F3ltup with a chance to provide some offense, but Kronovi going to make it into his own zone. Both players fresh with the boost. Let's see the moves from F3ltup. Kronovi actually going off the wall and with the steal. And now he's going to have to juke F3ltup here. He's been doing so good at it. Good block by F3ltup. As actually Kronovi not hitting the boost. We'll get his eventually. F3ltup now with the attack. Sent over F3ltup. And then he hits it once more. Set up for Kronovi. How does F3ltup block this? He's a bit turned around. And overshoots it. Kronovi now with 4. And F3ltup is continuing to let him slide by. And that one, again, just overshot it a little bit. But 4-0 now, Kronovi. He's been held to less goals than where we were at in game number 1. This time, Kronovi opting not to shoot it off the bat, just sending it wide. But man, F3ltup, it's like they're playing on the same team, just providing Kronovi with a center. And I don't think he's missing that one too often. I think he just misjudged the corner a bit. Tried to send it up the wall instead of straight back into mid for Kronovi. Just misjudges it. That corner can be so difficult. 5-2-0. How many is it going to be this time? F3ltup, per usual. Allowing Kronovi first hit when he has the middle two spawns. Okay. If he was turned the right way, might have been able to put a shot on net, but Kronovi's going to get back in time. Dump it into the corner. Oh, hits it twice, too. Didn't see that one coming. F3ltup was hunting if Kronovi botched that send. But turned around, Kronovi putting the brakes on. Gonna mount some more offense. He's been liking just the tap over so far, but F3ltup without any boost. Kronovi 2 shots, but F3ltup getting turned around off the corner of his own goal as Kronovi just continuing dribbling in his face. Turns it into a shot. This guy gotta be so frustrating to play 1 versus 1s against. As Kronovi got a piece of it, or excuse me, F3ltup got a piece of it twice, actually 3 times. All 3. Both players hit the ball when Kronovi was dribbling, but still retain control. Great stuff from Kronovi once again. F3ltup allowing Kronovi the first hit. This time it's not off the wall, and F3ltup sends it up, but can't cut it sharp enough. And Kronovi, it looks like he just predicted that F3ltup wasn't going to shoot that on net, and he was correct. As we see here again, F3ltup was on the attack, got another hit on it, but if that wasn't going towards the net, it was an open net for Kronovi, extending that lead to 7-0. Halfway point of the match. F3ltup with his corner spawn is going to go for the challenge mid, and that's what I'm talking about. If the pinch goes his way, I feel like he has more chances to score than allowing Kronovi first hit, and we've seen how good Kronovi is after controlling after getting the first hit. Either see him send it off the wall to gather some boost, or just taking the shot and gathering some boost, and man, right by F3ltup, realizing his error. And let's see this one more time. Kronovi, oh, I've seen him do that before. He acts like he's gonna hit the ball and take the shot high, but just baits the jump out of his opponent, and that is so tricky. I mean, because if your opponent doesn't bite, then in theory that'll be a clear for him. But if he does, then you just make him look silly and get yourself some style points. As Kronovi, how many more? Gonna go for off the corner here, trying to dribble it in. And he's usually so good at that, going one direction and somehow tapping it back towards the other. Oh, shot on net, off the corner though. Now F3ltup gonna get his chance off the wall to mount something, but doesn't get the hit he wanted. And that's gonna be a shot from Kronovi, a bit wide. There's F3ltup gonna try to clear, and that's fresh boost for Kronovi. Gonna turn around. Oh, that was a sharp turn. Gonna send this one in. How many taps? 2, 3. Kronovi with the shutout, scoring another pretty one. Just dribbling that ball midair. And as I stated before, ridiculous ball control from this guy. Minute 30 remains. F3ltup gotta be feeling the pressure, or has the pressure already been alleviated? Okay, F3ltup doesn't have the corner spawn, but still, or this time will go for the challenge mid, and misread that one a bit, but it's going to be a shot on net. Can Kronovi get back in time? He will. Sends it off the top crossbar. How did he save that? That would have been F3ltup's first goal and second goal of our series. And it's sent with the reverse hit by Kronovi. F3ltup sitting inside the net. Kronovi not going for the boost. Gets it by a little too far off the side. Just going to go back safely into his own zone is Kronovi. And a rare miss. F3ltup with the chance here. Can he put this one on net? Instead, just going to dump it. It's going to be a great center for himself. Kronovi with boost, though, can get up there. Will be a block. And still, that goose egg remains alive. It may even be hatched here by Kronovi, ending this without a single blemish on that scoreboard. F3ltup with the chance. Kronovi getting back in time. Sends it high, following it up. Runs out of boost, though. Or was that a fake? I can't tell. Oh, he still has boost. Oh, one more attack from Kronovi. A bit low, but he's going to hit it one more time, centering himself. And that one's going to roll in so slowly. F3ltup. That one's got to hurt, just witnessing that ball 1 mile an hour. Or excuse me, 11 kilometers per hour to be exact. But that save Yeah, we see the chat from F3ltup. Kronovi being a nice guy. I am sorry I hurt your soul, he says. Only 18 seconds remaining. Kronovi hits it off the top, goes back for his boost, puts another one on net. F3ltup gathering some boost himself, but with 8 seconds remaining, Kronovi, see if he can set up just one more, get that 11th one on the board, takes the shot, and it will go in. 1 second left on the clock, 11-0. But based upon the matches we have coming, I assume this will be the most lopsided one. But congrats on F3ltup, or to F3ltup for making it this far. But again, you can take a lot from this. The learning experience playing with easily one of the best players in North America. As game number 2 comes to a close. I think the first game was 17-1. And that one 11-0. So overall 28-1 in the goal department. Oh, that hurts. Is waiting on everybody to ready up. J Rod, tournament organizer. I don't know where he's at. Mr. Kim, producer man, could you yell at J Rod, please? We're trying to get this going. All right, there we go. Yell success. Game number 3. Likely going to be the last one if the previous scores give us any indication on how this one's going to go. Again, try to be optimistic, but this is a bloodbath, absolute stomping. It's outclassed here is F3ltup, but I guess if you realize defeat, maybe then he'll loosen up a bit. Again, I feel like he goes for these mid challenges. Might see some more goals off the crossbar. F3ltup misses it. Kronovi 5 seconds into the game. He will score again. Hard situation to read if you're F3ltup though, because the ball, it looked like it could be going in, and F3ltup thought it was, but off the crossbar, it's pretty much as close as it gets. And if he whiffs that, pretty much takes himself out of the play. As F3ltup gonna go back to his comfort zone with the middle spawns, which is inside of the net. So now F3ltup has a chance to mount some offense. Can he juke Kronovi though is the question. Just gonna dump it to the corner, provide a shot. Can't get it up though. And Kronovi, it's his turn. What kind of shot is that off the crossbar? The way he shot that off the wall was incredible. Got so much on that. Gonna set himself up off the crossbar. Can't quite get that angle into the net, but still F3ltup, he can't get it clear. It does get a backwards hit, but Kronovi just gonna hit it safely into his own zone, grab all the boost. It's a good stop inside the corner. Again, great ball control. All right, let's see the aerial. Doesn't want to go for it. Instead, just dumps it again into the corner. Now he's gonna mount his offense. Kronovi, look at this. Just biding his time, ensuring that F3ltup doesn't get a good clear. But gets bumped out of the way. F3ltup has a chance. Kronovi is going to give up one, and now, do we have a game on our hands? It's still hard to call it a game here, but this has been the least goals Kronovi's been kept to at this point in the game. F3ltup, has he had enough? Corner spawn, going to go for it. Can't really call that a victory for either player, but it will be F3ltup gaining control for a moment, gets the boost, and then falls back. And F3ltup, can he block this one? No. Kronovi still with enough boost to get up there, put it in. It's F3ltup. The ball went towards Kronovi's zone. Interesting that F3ltup would grab the boost and then just fall back. All right, 3:36 remaining. Kronovi with another goal. As F3ltup corner spawn goes for the face-off. Kronovi, look at that, off of his hood, rolls that one in there. Let's see what F3ltup was doing here. Looks like he was just kind of stunned. And yeah, doesn't even leave his wheels. I'm wondering if he was locked on the ball cam and didn't realize exactly where Kronovi was. That's what it looked like to me. But F3ltup now beginning to go for the face-off, despite not having the corner spawn, as both players just allowing each other control if they want it. Kronovi on the attack. F3ltup a bit turned around, but that's a great bounce for F3ltup, but Kronovi is going to grab the boost. Oh, big chance missed by F3ltup, and that's going to make it all too easy for Kronovi. Putting another one in the net, 4-1. now is our score. But at least for FLTup, is it a silver lining? He's kept him, or if he can keep him below 10 points. I don't know, I'm super excited for the Licinio matchup, though. There's still lots of balls to be hit tonight. And very fortunate bounce for Kronovi off the face-off, sent straight into the zone of FLTup. If you get there just a bit later than your opponent, you can win that pinch. It's now 5-1, 3 minutes remaining. How many is our iBuyPower player gonna get? And FLTup now beginning to challenge mid off the face-offs. If you're with me for game number 1 and 2, FLTup rarely went for the face-off unless he had the corner spawn. Now Kronovi, one more attack. How does he get this one in? Oh, baits it from FLTup. Comes in so hot that FLTup is sure that he's going to take the shot. Instead, Kronovi just slows it down. Look at it once more. That bait is unreal. Kronovi, full control of this match as 6-1. 3 minutes remaining. See who the face-off goes to. Both players getting there at the exact same time. Ball stays neutral for a moment, but FLTup on the attack. And you can just see a clear, stark difference between the control when these two attack. As Kronovi seems to be able to put it wherever he wants, whereas FLTup, not so much. But could be a goal here from FLTup. Barely off the wall. And now Kronovi, see if he can march this one in. Gonna grab himself some boost. FLTup in the net. Can he block it? Yes, he can. But Kronovi posted up, ready for the deflection. FLTup, how many can he block? Kronovi flying all around him, retaining boost control. For how long can FLTup defend this attack? And you just can't seem to find it clear. Finally, we'll get some boost in the tank. As Kronovi just going to dump it towards the net, making sure he gets a boost of his own. FLTup, see if he can get this one on net. It wasn't on net, but Kronovi still opts to hit it. And now what's he got? Off the wall. Time to get fancy with these aerials, correcting himself. Oh, but he scores with himself, but not necessarily the ball, and he's all sorts of turned around. Realizes there's no way he's going to catch that one. So 6-2. Another goal for FLTup, the most he has scored yet. So there's that, but I can't tell if it's Kronovi being nice or FLTup beginning to adjust to this attack from Kronovi. Not corner spawn. FLTup going to go for the face-off. One's won by Kronovi. Doesn't want to go for the boost, instead just going for the net. Here comes FLTup with the block. He does hit it, just can't get back in the net in time. 7. Now scored by Kronovi. I'm saying his name a whole lot more than FLTup's, just based upon the amount of goals scored. Now, minute 30 remaining on FLTup's execution as Kronovi wins that one straight up. Sending it into FLTup's corner. Going on the attack, FLTup gets back in the net, but Kronovi, look at that. Right over FLTup's head. That angle was so sick, just gently taps it over FLTup. And FLTup it doesn't even look like he left of the ground. Yeah, indeed he didn't. He didn't think Kronovi was going to get that one in the air. As both players dead center for the face-off. This time goes towards Kronovi's end, but still both players grabbing boost. Kronovi on the attack. FLTup, he'll challenge mid and win it. Can he put it in though? There's a minute left, and yeah, every time I look at the scoreboard, I'm thinking, well, maybe no, just not enough time, not enough goals already scored for FLTup to give him a real shot in this. But hey, getting goals against Kronovi gotta feel good. So a minute left on this. Kronovi, seems like he set FLTup up, but must have had a read on the boost remaining for FLTup. That's a good center for himself, trying to correct it. He does hit it, but it's too wide. Going for that crazy freestyle stuff in midair. So smooth. That's Kronovi going with the safe stuff. Oh. This FLTup will get a piece of that, just goes right to the other side of Kronovi's own zone off the pinch. And is that a shot on net? Looks like it will be. FLTup blocks it, but can't get enough on the ball to really clear it. Kronovi with one more. I don't think that one's going in. It may. FLTup is there, but Kronovi is there for the deflection off of the save. 9 now. Will Kronovi be kept to single digits for the first or for the final game? 20 seconds remaining. I'm sure he wants that 10 on the board. It will be Kronovi versus Lichinio in the next round. And that one is going to be exciting. I don't think that match is coming up right after this. And there it is, goal number 10. Maybe even more for Kronovi. 16 seconds on the clock. And how long did that one take? 12 seconds? Or I thought it was 6 seconds. The clock says 12, but who cares about that math? This F3ltup. And it is going to be a sad end to his run here in our first Rocket League tournament. And coming to a close now. Kronovi, hailing from iBuyPower, moving on over F3ltup, meeting Lichinio in the next round. But stay tuned for some more Rocket League, as our next match will be beginning very shortly. We have a schedule, but if we can get these players in sooner, our match will be sooner. So don't go too far.